time I listen. I done came about this salon up in the Cobb County with these white folks, and y'all ain't about to do this. Cobb County, they out here ready for this. I ain't want none of y'all to go to jail tonight, all right?
I don't have nothing to say to Jasmine. I've been sending my child support checks, so I don't know why she felt the need to pop up here, and I'm not sticking around to find out. I just got back.
Regarding the bombshell from Love Hip Hop Atlanta, the scene was set for some intense drama, but no one anticipated what would happen with Jamaican dancehall dynamo and Jasmine Washington, who was embroiled in her own story with rapper Scrappy. An emotional storm was imminent. Jasmine has been the talk of the town, especially among the group's ladies. Her connections to Scrappy and her vibe don't just get heads turned on. She is renowned for her fearless style and bold presence while juggling personal life chaos, career stress, and, of course, the never-ending drama with her crew. Nevertheless, they have differing views. Some people think highly of Jasmine, while others don't, and their dynamic Spice wasn't only coping with old gossip. When everything suddenly blew up while they were dining together that crucial night, she felt tense by the new twist in the splash. Jasmine's dance-around drama is nothing new, but this time it got real. Words were exchanged, emotions flared, and before anyone knew it, chaos reigned. The room was electrified, and those on the sidelines couldn't look away. The pair's connection, or lack thereof, was complicated because of shared circles and previous encounters, which made things difficult. Strong personalities like these would shake up their fans were buzzing after the showdown, and Jasmine intensified the tension, adding another chapter to their turbulent past. Who thought the Atlanta environment would produce such a spectacle? For weeks, tension had been building, beginning with a disagreement. When Jasmine said something that irritated Spice, the room was tense, and everyone sat quietly, sensing trouble. Spice never wanted to bite her tongue, so she shot back a sharp retort, her words firm and cutting, leaving no room for peace negotiations. Without pushing back, Jasmine fired back, and shortly after, the two women's argument reached a boiling point. Greater emphasis on pride and old grievances, words of frustration had been simmering beneath the surface for too long when all of a sudden it happened. Spice's tone was clearly rattled, and she slapped Jasmine across the face. The sound reverberated loudly, leaving everyone stunned. As reality set in, Jasmine's shocked face showed a mixture of shock and disbelief, and everyone was silent. Spice was equally shocked by her own actions, standing there with her breath coming in sharp, quick bursts. The slap was an indication of the release of repressed rage and frustration, not just a physical altercation. The room was silent, time appeared frozen, and everyone was unsure of what to do since they were divided between wanting to mediate and recognizing they couldn't reverse the events that had occurred. These were combustible emotions that had been building for centuries. Jasmine was the first to speak, still trying to make sense of the situation. Her voice was quiet, but it carried the weight of her hurt. "You didn't have to do that," she said. Spice is equally emotional and didn't have much to say. There was a brief silence before Spice finally spoke, but her usual confidence was missing. "I just couldn't take it anymore," she whispered, realizing how serious everything was and that all the cameras were recording. The slap's aftermath was nothing short of dramatic, with both women later sharing their views about the incident. It all turned this unfiltered moment into the kind of explosive reality TV drama that would go viral in hours. Although Jasmine acknowledged that her feelings had reached a boiling point, she felt extremely upset and said she hadn't anticipated things to blow up like this for Spice. She regretted the brief encounter. People couldn't get enough of the drama the incident left behind, and the intensity of the scenario had everyone focused on what would happen next. In the world of reality TV, moments like these become major talking points. Spice and Jasmine both consider their relationship and the emotional accumulation that resulted in that dramatic moment. When the episode aired, social media exploded with fans and castmates who couldn't decide which side to support, with some claiming that Spice's outburst was due to long-standing issues. Spice acknowledged that she let her anger get the better of her, and Jasmine was clearly hurt, saying she didn't deserve to be treated that way. Others supported Jasmine in criticizing the violence and raising concerns about whether such behavior should be permitted for the sake of amusement alone. This incident would leave a lasting impression on their love of hip-hop. The Atlanta journey, it served as a sobering reminder that emotions on reality TV may go far beyond what is shown on camera, and that things can get out of hand before anybody realizes it. Spice, a fiery Jamaican dancehall artist, was facing off against Jasmine Washington, a woman with ties to rapper Scrappy and a troubled past in the Atlanta scene. The atmosphere was tense, and Spice, who is known for her bold attitude and big personality, was juggling a lot of issues related to her career and personal life. Fans were left stunned and speechless as the stage was set for another dramatic chapter on Love Hip Hop Atlanta, but no one saw the explosive altercation coming. It struck hard, taking everyone by surprise. The fallout was a huge example of how quickly things can go wrong in the high-stakes world of reality TV. Emotions were running high, and things just went crazy in the heat of the moment. Because of her past interactions with Scrappy, Jasmine had always been somewhat of a hot topic among the women. Some people really liked her vibe, while others didn't. Thus, she was sitting with Spice when everything suddenly took off. Spice isn't one to just let things happen to her, so when Jasmine says something, it really gets to her. The other women are merely sitting there, most likely clutching there. Because you could feel the tension, it seemed like everyone knew that big-time Spice's words were about to fall apart. She quickly responded with something sharp, brutal, and direct. However, Jasmine, who never backs down, clapped back, and then it was like an emotional ping-pong match, with neither of them giving an inch. It wasn't just about what they were saying.